Hi, welcome to Matt's Garage. Many of you who've been following me know that I've been restoring this 72, 73 International Scout. Pretty much done with that. Need to do some windows, but a lot of the window details are back ordered, so that's gonna wait on some fine tuning. But otherwise, Scout's done. Need to do a payoff video, but the weather sucks, so I can't do that. So I'm turning my attention to this 1998 Jeep TJ, 380,000 miles, been in my family since new, and we are gonna go leak hunting. So hopefully people with Jeeps, this will help you identify leaks and take you through some of the processes to fix it. Let's go. I've got two oil pans down here, and both of them are constantly getting dripped on. I've got, I think, engine oil, some radiator, some power steering, some transmission, maybe some gear stuff. I don't know. Everything but brakes so far. So it's a mess down there. So let's chalk the wheels. This sucker in the air and start fixing, or identifying anyway. The reason I'm jacking this up so high is I think I'm going to need to take the transmission out. And what I found is if you don't have enough, you can't get it out from under the frame rails if it's not jacked up reasonably high. Comfortably, so especially if you put it on like a dolly or something. Okay, now that I have it on jack stands, it's pretty high up, so you want to give it a... You'd rather it fall without you under it than with you under it. That's great. Now that it's up in the air, I'm going to whiz all the tires off. I've just found that it makes like getting around when you're underneath so much easier, so. Had a real stubborn lug nut on that back wheel, holy smokes. But when I see it lifted up in the air like this, it makes me think, should I lift it? I'm not gonna lift it. It's too perfect. Okay, I'm gonna grab the creeper, probably use my cell phone and just see what leaks I can identify on my back. And here we go. So I've got a drip here. And these are the worst because it drips onto the bar and then runs down and drips. But that's clearly an oil pan leak of some kind. And so I've definitely got some kind of an engine oil leak, and it looks like it's coming from right there at the front seal. And that, I do remember that being kind of a pain and getting those bolts on there when I did the pan. So I'm thinking that's one, okay? That's an obvious one. As we move back down the pan, the problem is I can't tell, oh, see, you see on the exhaust here, I've got a drop on the exhaust and I smell that burning, and that's coming from the filter. So that just might be the filter not being tight enough. So that'd be good because that's an easy one. And this one is my most feared one, but that doesn't look like transmission fluid. That looks like engine oil, which is good. I'd rather it be engine oil, but I've got signs here. And if you look back there, it's a god-awful mess. So who the hell knows what's causing that? But that's obviously a ton of leakage. Gosh, that's a pain. Oh boy. So I've got at least one engine pan. I've got the filter. I'm trying to see if I can figure out where this transmission leak is coming from. It kind of looks like it's coming from the body, like it's right there at the split where the transmission splits. I might have to drop the transmission, as I said, and sort of try to, yeah, it's a pain. Okay, so it's really hard to film, but this is the drain plug. It's dry above this, so I'm not getting any leaks from the pan above here, which is good because I was really having trouble seating that originally. But I am getting leaks here, so either that's coming from the bearing cover plate in the AX15, which is that way. Yeah, that's probably my best guess. But the transmission's leaky as hell, so it might just need a rebuild. Okay, moving on. I don't see evidence of the differential leaking here. I also don't see evidence on that, so shoot. You see this here? So there's probably a leak in there. Yeah. So these Dana whatever axles here in the front, they have an inner seal. So what I'm seeing is I've got an inner seal leak on this side and that not on this side. But obviously if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna basically take it all out and do it, which sucks because that's a pain of a job. So that's another one I've found here. And then this isn't leaking. Let's check the pinion. The pinion is not leaking at all, so that's good. So I don't have to mess with that. Definitely got a leak over here though. I can't smell because it's so cold. Oh yeah, that's gear oil. Yeah. Okay, so I got a front seal. Let me just check the rear differential and then I'll sum up everything I got. Okay, we're back here behind the transfer case. I don't really see anything leaking back here. I see some moisture on the pinion seal, but it's not that bad. That one is not even forming a drop, and I actually don't remember seeing any leaks here, so I might not address that one right now. That, however, tells me at least I've got a right side axle seal leak. Oh, and a matching left side axle seal leak. And I've replaced those. Okay, let's review, shall we? I've got oil pan, something in the transmission. I think it's the mid body of the transmission is leaking. I've got a front left axle seal, which means the pinion's got to come out on this side. I've got two rear axle seals, which means the cover's got to come off and the C-clip or whatever's got to come off so I can pull the axles out. Unless those have backing plates. I don't remember. Something like that. And then I've got the drain plug, the oil filter. That's not a big deal. Yeah, so what, like 7 leaks, 6 leaks I got to chase down? So that's the inventory of the leaks. And yeah, I got to figure out which one I'm going to start with. The more I look at this, it's like the front That's the most dangerous beginning of any sentence in a garage, the more I look at this. But the front bump stops are totally shot. And I've noticed it definitely sits low in the front. I'm just wondering, any of you TJ guys, do you, when it has the 4 liter, does it tend to sag more in the front when it's high miles? So I'm wondering whether it needs a new set of springs. Kind of pump it back up there in the front. I don't know, let me know.